think if you asked most parents, and they put their hand on their heart, they probably wouldn't. They would probably say that school's not preparing them for life.
No, they are learning about how to communicate with kids with different types of, is it autism or, and how to not react, and how to communicate. So that is the good thing. And that was why I would never have put him into British curriculum because of that. Whose rule book do we need to sit in?
Do you think that what's happened now with the situation in UAE has caused you to reflect and think, is school the right way? And, have you considered homeschooling more and stuff like that?
Yeah, and I think it's a family decision, we've given the last 10 years to work, and almost, it's been, Sonny's 9. And, I think if the next however many years go as quickly, it's always got to be a family decision. Like I physically couldn't homeschool him at the minute because I'm so busy, I can't give him that attention. But what's to say now for the next phase of the life when we write our own rule book again, taking him out and having apps like, like Alicia Minds and stuff like that. Who says we need to fit into the system? Again, it's so easy to think that we've got to go down the... Again.
I think we're a private school for that reason. And again, when you think how much money that you pay for private school, and we all do it, and I think if you asked most parents, and they put their hand on their heart, they probably wouldn't. They would probably say that school's not preparing them for life. I mean, my personal goal, I don't know if I mentioned to you, is as we launch and we scale and we do stuff, is to then travel and do impact work. And by the way, that's a fulfillment for me because look, I've made money in my life. You can always have more, but you get to a certain point, the material stuff doesn't really make anything.
My family, being in the moment, in having experiences, whereas it's always been pushing, because where I came from to what I thought, to then I unlocked this thing, and I knew if I keep, it became a game to me. But ultimately, again, there it's like, but for what? It's number one is your family and making sure everybody's happy, But am I then going to do that for Sonny where I'm working so much? I then... tell him he's great in this way, but really if I flip it on its head, I don't have enough time for him either. So, yeah, I think, why not?